Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Electra from CZT Karen Rutter. Okay. It just caught my eye. I thought it was neat. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right, this one starts with a double or a nested orbs in the center of wherever you want it, and like that, or I could say a little donut. All right, then I'm calling these elongated C-shaped curve lines. And honestly, it doesn't matter how many you put around, especially if you have a bigger orb. This probably should have been bigger. If you had a bigger orb, you might fit more around. What I'm going to do, because I did notice after my first try, you'll see it on the on my version of the step outs, my number 2, I'm like, I'm just going to put them around. And it doesn't look bad. But then I thought, oh, do I need more room in between? And kinda. At the same time, not really. So then I went back to look, like, oh wait, well she's got, okay, like 8 there. So here's what I decided to do, kind of a little off center, so it doesn't look so north, south, east, west, and then in between, as I'm a little off here. And like I said, I'm calling it an elongated C shape because it kind of is. Whatever works for you to think about it. That do it. Whoops. That always the second one is larger because the pen does what the pen wants to do, and so therefore do not worry about the size, the shape, all of that. I did find, I mean, in looking at Karen's step out, it is nicely forgiving, so don't worry about anything. Okay, and then I'm going to go in between. I always get one side that's bigger. That's okay. It's what do they call, is it perspective or something like that? I don't know. Well, there we go. It doesn't matter because in the end it's going to look really cool. Next, inside these shapes, towards the top, I'm going to do 2 little C-shaped curve lines like this. Fill them in. Leave a little shine in the middle like that. I suppose if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. This one has a bit of filling in, which is nice. It's also nice because the whole tangle, because it's kind of like, well, once you get it, you kind of get it, and you don't have to go back, and I was finding I didn't have to go back and relook at it. And that is what we like. They should be easy steps. I want to get that all filled in right to the edge. That shine just looks so neat. And, feel free, leave it jagged like that. I think it adds to it, to the shine. Although getting to the edge, like I said. Okay. There's a couple places. There's one more place, I should say, not a couple. A couple places total. But there's one more place where we're going to do this. And last one. Okay. Next. Now I did, I kind of took Karen's next step and put it into 2 steps. Just because I found myself looking to figure out, okay, what do I need to, I don't know. I was just examining it for too long. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to split that up because that helps my head and hopefully it'll help everyone else's. And here, we're going to do more C-shaped curve lines. And it's kind of towards the top. It doesn't have to line up with anything. So I'm just going to put it right here. I'm kind of like going middle, middle of this band and up, I guess. If you were looking for, it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't need to be exact. But what we're going to do is put 3. Here's another thought. And the last one, we kind of want it at the top. So you could start there and come down. Well, making them somewhat even. I'm going to try that on a few more. Let's see if I can get it a little bit better. Yeah, and just kind of wherever they land, and leave it at that, and it's just fine. As you will see. I kind of like that better. Because then you can kind of control what's at the top versus, or I feel like I have a little bit more control versus if I start here, I feel like I'm guessing. Whereas I'm starting here, I'm not guessing there because I'm kind of putting it at a similar space each time. And then the other two just fall right in line. Okay. There we go. Now, more of the shading along with leaving that shine because it does look really neat. There, that's better. Okay, sort of better. I thought I had this positioned well. I don't think so. Okay. This one, because it's a little bit bigger space, here is something you can do. I'm putting in the shine part first. I'm going to come back with my graphic 1 to fill in. Because while you could enjoy the filling in with the 01, and if you do, feel free. Go right ahead and use the 01 or whatever you're using. I'm going to switch to the graphic 1, as I said. And a lot of times I'll do this anyway when I'm adding the shine. Put the shine in at first because then you can place it. And because I've had this happen where I've then, you get to filling things in and oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I was going to leave that shine. And I didn't. So sometimes adding it first, plus, I think I said, because then you can place it where you want it. And that's nice. And the graphic 1 is too thick to get the nice jagged edge in there. I almost want to go back and color the other ones in. It's so much richer. It seems, well, it could be too that the other has already soaked into the paper. But it just makes it a little bit easier go of it. And look at how neat that's coming out so far. Like I said, I thought this was just a neat, unique tangle. And wanted to give it a whirl. It's like, it's kind of flowery, kind of not. And then if you look at the For More Inspiration link, she does have a variation where instead of the C-shaped curve lines, you could put the little onion dome type shapes, which is essentially 2 S shapes that come to meet in the middle. But I say, it could look, well, as we still have one more step. 2 more steps, excuse me, and then some shading. But it just, like I said, it has a neat look. It could be flowery, could be not flowery. I don't know, it could be depending on how you play with it. Could be a little steampunky maybe. I don't know. Could be. All right. Next step is to, sorry, I really need to remember to remove my phone from my room here when I'm doing this. Apologize for that. And we're just putting a couple lines in these sections, and that's where on as I was playing with this and on my version of the step outs, I was like, wait, I think I need a little bit more room. But really, as long as room at the top is fine, because whatever happens at the bottom, you just, have them all come into that, the two lines come into that same point there. And it's all fine. That's what I mean. It's really forgiving in that. Okay. All right, and then the last step before we start playing with shading in things is she has these neat lines coming off, and I'm going to make mine angled. The other variation that she shows, it's they're like curve lines. I'll tell you, I do have, as you can see, my hesitation here. A little bit of a feeling like a challenge. It's like, oh wait, they're like random. I don't know what to do. So it doesn't matter. That's the thing. It's kind of like an angle, a dot, and then another line. Some of them she adds another dot. It's just a do whatever you want to do with it. One thing is I'm finding if I just spread them out a bit, and then you can always come back and fill more in. But this way, at least, you kind of have them going the way you might want them to go. And then, like, okay, well, let's see, where do I want to, throw things off a little bit or whatever. Like here, let's put one there. And like I said, it doesn't matter however you want them to be. And I say that often because I'm telling myself. If you're like, geez, I wish she'd quit saying that. Oh, it's for me. It's for me. All right, let's just do one more here. Okay. I feel like that's good. I think. No, I have more on this side than this side. So let's do... Okay, I like that. All right, and I just feel this need. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to do it differently this time because I see all the little places that I went over on my... I was going to fill in the center, but it's like, no, let's fill in the outside because that will... Or I could just thicken it. Let's see. Let's thicken it first. No, let's just fill it in. I always do try to look for the places that are a little messy like that. It's like, okay, how can I fix that space? And that is the perfect way to do it. Okay, now for some shading. I was feeling the need to put graphite here, right where I put those two lines. Just inside there. And then with the Tortillion, we'll just smudge it out towards the other side. And of course you could do other playing with this, like all other tangles, right? I was probably thinking you could put like little orbs in here. And, and I don't know, I don't know why I have steampunk on the brain, but I do. Because you could put little rivets in places, and then that especially with these jagged lines and the name Electra, I mean, you could really make it rather steampunky. All right. I think I'm going to just leave it at that. I was trying to think if I wanted to put something in here, but I don't know, because now I have these now are popping up above the other section. Let's do this, though. The only other thing I could think, and it's not going to give us the graphite remorse. Oops. Is putting graphite on either side. So kind of like we have the shine there. But we'll do this similar thing with the graphite. Just making sure to, leave that opening. Well, not there maybe. It's a little lighter in the middle. Leave that opening in a similar area. Let me just do this so that way I am putting the tip of the tortillon where I want it. Okay, I didn't do it there. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah. And then that makes this stand out even more. I like it. Really cool. Well, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. If you have, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I've mentioned the description section. You'll find links to the step outs there. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the tangle because I think it's important. You can see what they did, the samples and stuff like that. Oh, and in this one, you actually scroll down. I didn't notice it. Scroll down and for a bigger sample. That's really nice. And I think, did she name the other tangle there? We've done it before. It seemed like it was Galaxy or something. They don't have it listed there, but I remember doing it. Really, really cool. All right. Below the links to the step outs, you will find my link tree. There, if you'd like to connect, I have all my social media, Facebook page where you can follow me for classes and such. I do put out this is a daily tangle. I put that out, like I said, classes, class replays, things like that. You can also follow my blog by going to my website. There is a place to put your email on the right side of the page. And then there's all kinds of other information. And that website, just by the way, is a continual work in progress. Just so you know. All right. Let's see. There's it's pretty self-explanatory. Let me also highlight, though, two things. The classes, I do a lot of free classes. The main one is called Tangle Time, and it's on Thursdays at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm in Michigan. If you follow the links, and either of the links there for classes, then you'll see it in your time zone, and then you can sign up, register, and get reminders and all of that kind of thing. I also have classes on Tuesdays. Those generally have a fee, except for the third Tuesday. That's Tough Tangle Tuesday. That one is also free. But it's pretty self-explanatory. So if you would love to have you join us, me and the rest of the Tangle Addicts crew. If you'd also like to meet up with the Tangle Addicts crew, you can do that on our Facebook group. So there's a link for that. Click it, answer the 4 questions, and you have to answer all 4 of them. That way it just ensures that I know that it's a real person that wants to participate in this group. It's amazing the things that I get. And then once I see that, then we'll let you in. All right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.